everybody! How are you doing? Welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all, to the first ever Golden Chair Awards. It is my... Hold on. I got a better idea. One sec. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2025's Golden Chair Awards. I am your host, Joey LaBelle, voice acteur. And it is my honor to soothe you all into our new horrifying year 2026 with a look back on our past of 2025 in the John Chairs. 2026, you said 2025. This is the 2025 Chair Awards. If you need a quick refresher, 2026 has not happened yet. Hope that helps. Now, we have a staggering... No, I can do it with one hand. I can. I really can. I'm doing it. I actually am doing it. It doesn't look like I am, but I'm doing it. Told you. Did that get... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, by the way. Whatever I'm drinking. Moscato. Arr. Beautiful. We have an incredible stacked categories list from the Academy. Me is the Academy. Wow, the John Chairs production budget is so unbelievably high that we don't even do fake wine anymore. We just drink wine. I did actually get it on my pants. I did in fact get red wine on my pants. I'm going into it with Emma, so it has to be the Year of Vinoblade. Everyone, congratulations. Claps in chat for the Year of Vinoblade. I'm gonna like move my chair. Do I zoom out? Oh my god. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Better. Moscato, you got some hard liquor. Oh, it's so good. So John Chairs-Ewanly goated. Now, we do have a stacked set of categories here. I actually have a list of some of them here where we're going to be going in order. We're not going to be going in... There is no particular order. Some of them are in order, and obviously we're going to be saving some of the big ones, like Best Chat Member, Best Twitch Collaborator, and of course, Game of the Year for the end of the show. Now, I believe this was like a less than 24 hours last second arrangement, if I may. Locanuanly, can someone add this to the dictionary? John Chairs-Ewanly? Yes. John Chairs-Ewanly? Yes. Yes, so good. Oh, so good. Now, we're going to get, first of all, hi, Hal Cozy. Nominee of tonight. Hal Cozy is here. Round of applause for Hal Cozy, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute incredible creator, wonderful collaborator, and of course, an absolutely esteemed presence. All to you, brother. Now, before we go anywhere, I believe the host, or should I say I'm the host, Joey LaBelle, but the actual presenter, John Chairs, is here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is about as fancy of a black tie event as we can get. So I personally am happy to say John Chairs actually sent us so much John Chairs did so much for us this year, and he was also kind enough to present every single award tonight. And he was also kind enough to actually send us a warm regard, if you will. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have the clip.
Hey, what's up? It's me, John Chairs. Welcome to the 2025 Annual Golden Chair Awards. As our gracious host has told us, there are many amazing games that were played today this year on the John Chairs channel, both on Twitch and on youtube.com/@TheJohnChairs_live. We have some great categories coming up from some names from this year in John Chairs that you're going to remember, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and most importantly, you're going to clip farm. Hashtag release the cut of the Golden Chair Awards with my feet uncropped. Yep, it's a full frame. You can't see them because I zoomed in. Someone's going to have to donate for that. Anyways, let's move on to some of our categories.
Wow. Low Kirkewinley, that was kind of all right. All right, man. I mean, hey, if that's probably not how I would have shown up to the Golden Chair Awards. The slight reflections on the wall gave you an ethereal prefer. I mean, hey. It was an honor to work with John Chairs. I'm a big fan of his. So, we're actually going to... Here's what we have today. We got our first... We're going to knock out our first category right out of the way. Our first category, this one might be a little controversial, but our first category of the day is going to be the best soundtrack. So right here we have our nominees for the best soundtrack of John Chairs 2025. And if you're wondering something, I don't blame you. The first question a lot of you might want to know is, Joey, I genuinely only think one of those actually came out in 2025. Yes, you're right. And that's because the John Chairs Golden Chair Awards, all the nominees are is a game that I played this year. That is the rule, if you will. So we have some stacked. I will say there. So one of these is very clearly included as a joke, and we'll get to that in a little bit. I don't know if I have a moderator in chat. Do I have a moderator in chat? If it takes us a little bit longer to get a moderator in chat, that's a-okay. But I would love to be able to let you guys gamble your points on the nominees. I think that would be a really fun thing to do. I think I can actually set it up myself. You make me feel so young. Oh, even better. Matt, are you here? Fantastic. Matt, would you do me a favor? 1 to 4. Just let everybody bet points on what game they think deserves to win the Golden Chair Award for Best Soundtrack. This is an easy one. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. The Academy has taste. What can I say? To be fair, I said Inscription was my game of the year a year after it came out. Yeah, the Golden Chair Award simply goes to whatever game I played. It's that simple, chat. It's that simple. Simply phenomenon. Phenomenal. It's a shame. I considered counting Hollow Knight and Pokemon Violet, but I wanted to only count games that we like. Deltarune's going to be the Expedition 33 of the show. Well, I suppose there's only one real way to see what game won the best soundtrack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll join me, phenomenal as a Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed would say. Absolutely. That made sense to me. Ladies and gentlemen, John Chairs to present the best soundtrack of 2025.
Games are cool because if you're lucky, somebody uploaded the entire soundtrack of it on YouTube in 2015. But in this case, when you're playing a game and you have headphones on, it really helps to have good sounds and not bad sounds coming out of your headphones. This Golden Chair Award for Best Soundtrack of 2025 unironically, legally, has to go to...
All right, hold on. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. I don't know why you guys can't hear it. I can hear it perfectly fine. Could you guys hear it after I muted the desktop audio? I don't actually know what happened. I will say 2025 was clearly the year of desktop audio confusing the shit out of me. If you're not familiar, desktop audio is it just lets you hear whatever's on your desktop, but for some reason it muted the Elgato whenever it was online. It's been a little inconsistent. Needless to say, it should be fixed by now. And if it's quiet, just say it's quiet in chat, because I actually did lower a lot of the volume on them just because I'd rather it be too cloud than light. So what I'll probably do for the rest of this, if you can't tell the format that the show will be taking today, I'm just going to have all of them on max volume. Oh, A is a character in Future Redeemed, and they say phenomenal. Oh, okay. I thought you were just weirdly capitalizing a letter. Anyways, John Chairs for best soundtrack, ladies and gentlemen. Oh!
Games are cool because if you're lucky, somebody uploaded the entire soundtrack of it on YouTube in 2015. But in this case, when you're playing a game and you have headphones on, it really helps to have good sounds and not bad sounds coming out of your headphones. This Golden Chair Award for Best Soundtrack of 2025 unironically, legally, has to go to my top artist of the... Damn, he really was the top artist of my year. The top artist of my year, Toby Fox, for Deltarune. Come on up, man. Come get your award. Good job.
Wow. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, Deltarune... Hold on, I picked the wrong thing. 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, Deltarune wins Best Soundtrack of 2025. Who could have seen that coming? I won't lie to you when I say he got the light you got me fit on. I got the Barack Obama brown suit. You know what I haven't seen anybody ask me yet? You know what no one's asked me yet? Boom. You see this? You know what this is? This is my guys touching each other tie. This is my dudes touching dudes tie. My dudes touching dudes tie. All right? Don't say I don't have drip. All right? Never say that. I got Labubu. I got drip. Wine. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guest Jerb Q here. Jerb Q. Round of applause for Jerb. Fantastic collaborator. Looking forward. Hey, you didn't make the nominations this year, but I'll tell you what you can do. Collaboration along the way gets you a nomination every day. So the Academy applauds you, Jer. Q. I've got the one and only solid 24 karat LeJohn chairs. All right, so I got my list here, and there are some absolute bangers on it. And because I don't want you to get bored in the beginning of the show, this may surprise you. I do not, in fact, want you to get bored. I'm just going to delete this so I can get rid of it.
Hey, what's up? It's me, John Shares. Welcome to the 2025 Annual Golden Chair Awards. As our gracious host has told us, there are many amazing games that were played this year on the John Shares channel, both on Twitch and on youtube.com/@TheJohnShares_live. We have some great categories coming up from some names from this year in John Shares that you're going to remember, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and most importantly, you're going to clip farm. Hashtag release the cut of the Golden Chair Awards with my feet uncropped. Yep, it's a full frame. You can't see them because I zoomed in. Someone's going to have to donate for that. Anyways, let's move on to some of our categories.
I want to thank Fanzy. Fanzy, welcome back. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for the 5-month sub. You and everybody else in this chat right now are the people that make John Shares fantastic. Now, I may not personally be John Shares. I'm only Joey. But John Share was kind enough to do all the presentations for all the awards. We love him for that. Absolute banger. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to give you this one. We don't actually... Who needs the Game Awards when you can have this? Absolutely. Welcome in, Pinky Orange Dog. I hope you're doing a fantastic job today being alive, because I know I am. Bam! So we don't actually have nominees for this one. We don't have nominees for this one because I think we can all completely get on the same level for this when I say this award goes to the best character we have seen in John Shares in 2025. The best character award belongs and is nominated to every character in every game we played. Every game we played had one standout character. Side character, main character, you name it. But ladies and gentlemen, this one character stood out amongst all of our collective consciousness. He was one of the most recognizable, one of the most memorable. I forgot we played. Dude, I totally forgot we played Dispatch. Because we didn't play it on YouTube. I did so much of the work for this award show. I did so much of it just by looking at the playlist feature on the channel. If we did not have that, we would not have this stream. Chat, if we can raise $40 in donation... Wait, hold on. Yeah. No or yeah? If we can raise $60 in donations, I will personally pay channel editor Matt to release the Dispatch Season 1 cut. A fully edited, made for YouTube viewing of our Let's Play of the Dispatch thing. And I'm low-key not taking a cut of that. I'm just going to give him all the money. Give me one margarita. I'm going to open my legs. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, the character of the year, brought to you by John Chairs. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, John Chairs.
Here at John Chairs, sometimes it's really awesome when I don't have to read the dialogue and the game lets people like say the lines, because I can't read sometimes. So this award is dedicated to the all-time standout character of 2025 for John Chairs. This character has cemented themselves as one of the most iconic in the John Chairs lore. And I would first, before announcing the 2025 Golden Chair Award winner for Best Character, I would like to give it to an honorary 2024 Golden Chair Award for Character of the Year, because I didn't do this last year. So I'm going to give this honorary 2024 Character of the Year Award, Golden Chair Award, to Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. Come on up, buddy. Now, the Golden Chair Award winner for 2025's Best Character, the 33-year-old politician from Persona 5 Tactica that I did not look up the name for. Kanachiro. One of those. There was an Iro in it. The 33-year-old from Persona 5 Tactica. If you've ever played Persona 5 and you said, man, these teenagers are really cool, I wish a 33-year-old would insert himself into their friend group and then make them do everything for him. This guy's our guy. Round of applause for this guy from our Year of Our Lord 2025 Golden Chair Award Best Character, 33-year-old from Persona 5 Tactica. Thank you, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Toshiro something. Toshiro, I looked up his name because I had to get the picture of him. His name was Toshiro. Forgot the other word. He's the Drake of PS5. Ladies and gentlemen, is that the game with the train guy? I don't even know who the train guy is. But that character, ladies and gentlemen, Toshiro takes the 2025 character, John Chairs Character of the Year. If I had a nickel for every 30-year-old who inserted themselves into the Phantom Thieves, I'd have 2 nickels. Oh my god. You're right, the Drake of PS5. No, because there was also Persona 5 Strikers. No, his name was Wolf. His name was Wolf in Persona 5 Strikers. Joey works on an Iceberg Parappa video currently that made Dread Fox video. Also, Joey Tusher is the most iconic character for the channel. Yeah, sure. This is not the most iconic character of the channel. The most iconic character of the channel is me. But, importantly, the 2025 Character of the Year can only go to a character from a game that we played in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, do not disrespect the Academy. The Academy. Now I have my other list of so fucking stupid. Are you serious? Okay, sure. So I have my list of categories here, and ladies and gentlemen, I think this one should be relatively I want to say upsetting. I want to say this one might be a bit of an upset. Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award is for Best Gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, the Best Gameplay Award, and I want to give a second for Editor Matt to set up the whatchamacallit. Editor Matt set up the gambling. The Best Gameplay Award of 2025 is not just a game that I think it's so important to mention that every single nominee in the Best Gameplay category, I've complained about the gameplay in somewhere. So if you're looking at these and you're trying to be like, oh, well, I think Joey shat on this one the most or this one the most. No. I am an equal opportunity shatter, clearly.
Yes, that means I even shit on Deltarune's gameplay. I don't even remember why. Don't even remember why. Do we have editor Matt in the chat, or did he step away for a second? Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. I can do this myself. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, someone else did it. Good. Okay. Give me a second while I type this out. I got this. I'm the best ever. Ladies and gentlemen, the best gameplay has to go to the game. And this is not like I would say this is not an objective thing. This is not an objective measure. This was the game that I specifically resonated with the most. I found this game's gameplay to be the most fun, to the point where I genuinely went back and replayed it. And that might narrow it down for some of you, and some of you might not even realize why that should narrow it down for you. But if you will, SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay? SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay. Ladies and gentlemen, SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay. But ladies and gentlemen, are you SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay? Ladies and gentlemen, when was the last time you asked somebody if they were SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay? Text your mom if they're Big Guy SpongeBob Pants okay. When was the last time Chet texted their mom? Now I will say this has to go to this was an odd award for me to hand out, because I was really I really liked a lot of the categories here. Or I really liked a lot of the games here. In fact, while this is playing, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go get the list of nominees. Because I don't actually have the list of nominees like in front of me. I wrote them all down. I live with my mom. It's cheaper than renting. That's just so based. Maya is here. Genuine category, or genuine nominee for Chatter of the Year. But I low-key thought they weren't going to show up. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. She deserves her own award. Best Clipper. Best Clipper goes to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the votes are in, and it's a two-way tie. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Best Gameplay Award, presented by John Chairs. You named it.
Gameplay is so important in video games because it's the word gameplay comes from the root word of video game. And because of that, we played a lot of games this year. At least 6. I counted. This year's Gameplay Award, this year's Golden Chair Award for Best Gameplay goes to Fire Emblem Three Houses for its turn-based gameplay that I did not hate. And also, this is a public apology to every single person I ever insulted by having Byleth come into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm sorry, I didn't play the game. I played it now. It's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Be honest. Be honest. How many of you expected that? Be genuinely honest. How many of you actually expected that? I'm willing to bet Matt did. So here's my, because I know that might seem a little controversial to some people, because Deltarune is incredible, right? Deltarune is absolutely incredible. I looked back on all the games we played this year, because we played like we played like 17 games, I think, which for the first time of me like actually being able to like categorically put my shit into data, that was insane. And so looking back, we did not play a lot of platformers this year. We played. I have the list of nominees. So if you'd like to play along with me, if you have Twitter, if you have my Twitter open and you saw the list of nominees, I have them in front of me. SpongeBob: Tide of the Titans, Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Deltarune, Silent Hill 2, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, Spider-Man: Shattered Dimensions, Lego Dimensions, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario Wonder, WarioWare Move It, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Bully Scholarship Edition, Persona 5 Tactica, Astral Chain, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and, of course, that's technically not where it ends, because we also got an incredible stack up of one-off goof streams where I genuinely played a game, sometimes start to finish, sometimes I didn't finish them and we just played them for a little bit. I counted the games where I just played them a little bit. Those games were, and keep in mind these are genuine nominees, Ina's Dream Barbecue, Race with Ryan, Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn, Kirby Air Ride, Settlers of Catan, Catan Universe, Leisure Suit Larry, Box Office Bust, and right at the last second, yes, Sonic Forces. So those are our nominees for this year. Now, I believe we've had a good number of Fire Emblem beats Pirate Yakuza: What a World. That was not a good Yakuza game. I will stand firm on my belief that it just wasn't a good Yakuza game. The gameplay was weird. I was so confused by the heat bar mechanic in that game. It just made no sense. The plot boiled my brain. Don't get me wrong, the combat was fun, but you're talking to a Yakuza superfan. So I've known better combat, which was an entire reason why it did not make it into best gameplay. There's better Yakuza games with better gameplay. Joey Yawitai? Hey, this one goes out to all you gamers. I couldn't have done it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, I couldn't have done it without you. All of this, none of this would have been done without the roughly 10 incredible people watching this right now live from New York. It's John Chair's Night Live. So if you will, we did the best character. Best character, ladies and gentlemen, is already out of the way. But what if I told you there were more than just one category? That's right. If you think your GOAT did not win Character of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, I agree with you. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for John Chair's Golden Chair Award for 2025, Funniest Minor. This category belongs to any character that is below the age of 18 that we loved appropriately. We loved completely just for entertainment value. And the category, I must say, is absolutely fucking stacked. That's right. Our nominees for Funniest Minor, for the Golden Chair for Funniest Minor, goes to Ryan Cagey from Ryan's Toy Review, also known as Race with Ryan. Noah Rich from Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Futaba Sakura from Persona 5 Tactica. And Jimmy Hopkins from Bully Scholarship Edition. Do we have the poll up or do I have to make it myself? I'm going to make it myself just in case. It takes a while to fucking type this out. Boom. Oh, shit. You forgot Jimmy's name. It's on screen. I went through the effort of making all of these. They're on screen. He got a skateboard. What the fuck is Ryan doing here, huh? Well, I'll have you know, YouTube chatter. The poll prompt hides it. Okay, fair enough. Forgive me for that. I'll have you know, we played Race with Ryan this year. It's incredible to think that, you know, a few months this year, I lived in the Upper East Side of Manhattan with 4 other gentlemen. Yeah, this was very interesting. This was very interesting because technically I had to count Ryan as a minor, because I think my brain would have actually collapsed upon itself to think of Ryan from Ryan's Toy Review as anything other than Sloth, thank you for the clock in, and welcome to the... Oh my god, Ryan Cage from Race with Ryan is still a minor. Thank you for the clock in, Sloth, and of course, thank you for being an incredible chatter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those coming in, welcome to the first annual John Chair's Golden Chair Awards. Is Slaw one of the nominees? No, Slaw is not a nominee for Funniest Minor. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for the votes to come in. I think he's like 12 if I'm not mistaken. Thank you all for the clock-ins. And of course, thank you all for the clock-ins this year. Thank you for all the clocking in that you did this year. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you, and I cannot say that enough. How is there 5 options in the poll? Oh, no, that's not how it works. Okay, my bad. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll join me, 2025's Golden Chair Award winner for the funniest minor goes to... I guess we'll do that first. I guess we got to do the farts first. We're going to do the farts for Computer. Volume 10. Computer. Fart.
That was a smelly one. Try asking me for a ketchup fart. Or say random.
Fart 24 times.
Here comes a serving of 24 farts. Try asking me for an angry fart. Or say random.
Stop.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best minor of the year from John Chairs.
Well, sometimes to be the best character of 2025, you need to also be very inclusive. The John Chairs heavily supports diversity, equity, and inclusion. And in this case, we made a special award specifically for the funniest 15-year-old of John Chairs' 2025. This category goes to the funniest teenager that made us laugh, made us cry, and was all around a family guy. I'm proud to present the 2025 Golden Chair Award for funniest 15-year-old to Jimmy Hopkins from Bully Scholarship Edition on the Nintendo Wii. Come on up, Jimmy. Oh, hey, whoa, hey, Jimmy. How you doing? Thank you. Take your award. We sent it to you in the mail. Thank you very much for your hard work. Keep punching those kids. Good job, buddy. Thank you. Hey. All right, yeah, bye. Back to you.
What an incredible guy, Jimmy Hopkins from Bully Scholarship Edition. What a heart of gold that guy had. He did not say as many homophobic slurs as you thought he would have for a Rockstar game in like 2000 whatever. Hey, we've been watching American Dad at your request. That That's the kind of behavior that gets you nominated for Chatter of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. I was actually hoping for Ryan from Ryan's Toys Review to win. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure there's something he can do. I'm sure there's plenty more. We need to bring back bullying in 2026. Hey, no. But yes, we need another bully game. Literally make Rockstar make anything other than GTA. Please. GTA, Red Dead Redemption 2. Cool. Make another one. Make more. Make more faster and another one. Lower your budgets. Ladies and gentlemen, this message goes out to the entire gaming industry. Lower your budgets. From John Chairs. Now, they're going to make a Bully 2 with a femme. Ooh. Ryan versus Jimmy in a fist fight. Unfortunately, Jimmy wins that. I don't think we can do that to him. I'm now spending lots of money on Steady Hands merch. This is a win. Make sure you say John Chairs specifically influenced me to do this, so I can get my influencer bucks, please. Thank you. Is there an there's no affiliate link. Wouldn't it be great if I did affiliate marketing? That would get me I think like exactly $1. I love you all to death though. So ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next category. We did funniest minor. How many more categories fucking are there? You're probably wondering. Well, we've done best soundtrack. We've done best minor. We've done best character. We've done best gameplay. Best gameplay really did kind of blow my mind when I did it. Just scream "buy Steady Hands" into your microphone until they pay you. Well, they're not going to do that, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, the next John Chairs award is for art direction. Ladies and gentlemen, your nominees for best art direction is Persona 5 Tactica, Astral Chain, Ina's Dream Barbecue, and Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Now, I can see that we're getting a lot of chat members in chat. We have reached 14 viewers congruent on Twitch right now. I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. So much for coming out tonight. And because we just reached 16 live viewers on Twitch right now, which means our next category is going to be Chatter of the Year. So, ladies and gentlemen, is anyone making the poll? Do we have a moderator making the poll? Awesome art and animation. Yeah, it needs to be said, whether the game, neither here nor there on the quality of the video game. These games were truly marvels to look at for reasons I cannot simply make light of. Making a video game is so... Okay, so no one in chat is making the poll yet, so I'm going to do that. If you made me moderator, I could work the poll for you. Damn! Okay, someone did it. Okay, thank you guys very much. Thank you to the people that did that. Had to open another tab because of Ghost Trick. No, you didn't. Okay, yeah, you did. Ina is a game. And I will say, I like Ghost Trick, but Ina wins for me. How many mods are there? The moderator team is as follows. Editor Matt, or Beaver2. Void, who I will not refer to by their name. I will just refer to them as Void. Skelly, who I will also only refer to as their username. And then technically other people like Froggy, Johnny, and a close friend of mine, not FPS Diesel, LOL. Yes, but no. And Johnny, his brother. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 live viewers, I want to thank you so much for watching and making the year of 2025 for the John Chairs the best year we could have possibly had. You all stayed with me through an apartment in Manhattan, through my new apartment somewhere, I will not say obviously, for here at my home, in this stupid room, and just in my bedroom. What did I do? I didn't draw it. I will say you have done something, Fansy. You have done something incredible, which is give me your time. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. Sloth, thank you so much. Now, if you'll allow me, the best art direction. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the video file. Give me a second. Best chair award. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll allow me,
Art design is so important in video games because it's the thing you look at. And it can mean the difference between looking good and looking bad. And because of that, this year we played a lot of video games, at least 7. I counted. And one of them looked a lot better than the others. The nominees tried really hard to look good, and they did. But none of them looked as good as this year's this year's Golden Chair Award for art design goes to Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Please, come on up, guys. The team at Capcom is no longer here. Good job, guys. Back to you.
So I will say, Ina's Dream Barbecue is an incredible visual experience. However, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, for what it is one of the most technically impressive Nintendo DS games I ever got to witness. While I will say again, Ina Dream Barbecue is a mixed media masterpiece, simply fantastical spectacle. But what Capcom pulled off on the Nintendo DS of all things, and the surviving legacy that art style has kept for me, influence-wise, is simply incredible. And I will say, Ina's Dream Barbecue is not out of the race entirely, for the same reason Deltarune is not out of the race entirely. Because it's not over. It's not finished. There will be more Ina's Dream Barbecue, and especially more Deltarune on the John Chairs. Time is simply the only thing getting us from it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, this next award is my absolute pleasure to present. Ladies and gentlemen, with 18 viewers, I would like to speak directly to you, inside of your homes, wherever you're allowing me to be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, whether you're just watching or you're going out of your way to type and engage with me. It means the world to me. Your eyes are precious and your time is not a given. So when you choose to not just view, but directly engage with the art that I make, it means the world to me. It means the world to me. Hi, Joey. I've got you on my living room TV and your phone to type in chat. That's a meta I have never thought about before, and I wish I did. That's genius. And especially if you have me on your TV right now, thank you very much. That is, you are making the dreams of a very small boy come true in any way, shape, or form. With that being said, some of y'all were just better than others. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for the best chat member in John Chairs 2025 are Void, Reed Cooper, Combo 12, and Judah Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award for Best Chat Member, the John Chairs.
Hey guys, this Golden Chair Award is dedicated to something that a lot of you guys that don't live stream probably don't realize, but if you've ever tried live streaming, to nobody, it is genuinely equivalent to psychological warfare. This Golden Chairs Award is dedicated to the best chat member that always showed up when we needed them and made us laugh and made us cry and also made us laugh. And with that, they're so cool, and I love them so much. Not parasocially, I am physically in love with you. I'm real. I know you, and I'm your best friend. And if you came to my house, I wouldn't scream or call the cops. Chat members are so important to Twitch and other live streaming because without them, people think I have schizophrenia. So this one, chat, is dedicated to you. The 2025 Golden Chair Award for Best Chat Member goes to you. That's right. You. We couldn't have done it without you. It's just like 2015's Time Magazine. I don't think it was 2015, but if it was, then yes. I think it was 2010, actually. You're the best chat member. Back to you. Chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know that might have seemed a little divisive at the time, but it was actually 2006's Time Magazine, and I hope you'll all forgive me for that incredible blunder of improv comedy, if improv comedy itself is not, in fact, a blunder upon the world. WB. That's right. Obviously, I cannot pick one of you, because that is just impossible. Although I did kind of want to let that test where someone's like, who are you gonna shoot, and then they pick one and then they shoot the guy and it's a blank, so the other guy just has to live with you would have shot me. I wanted to do that, so for everybody that vocally supported someone in this chat, hope you square that out with each other. I would have gotten a nomination. You would have gotten a nomination for John Chair's Chatter of the Year in 2023. Jerry ruining his fan base from the inside out. I vote for !frog. I don't believe any of them are here necessarily, and I think that's okay. But we did do chat member. What do we have left now? Let me check the scroll. Yep. Nope. Yep. Oh my god. This is, pardon me. So this is one of the most important. Let me get rid of this really quickly because it's bothering me. There we go. It was just in the room. It was just in the way. It was in the way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the category that you've all been waiting for. One of the most important, I would say, aside from Game of the Year. Do you do this award show every year? No, I pulled this together yesterday. If Johnny didn't invite me out to the bar yesterday, I would have done this somehow yesterday. I don't know how. Who won Best Character? I wasn't here. I hope it was Claude. You'll just have to watch on YouTube, I guess, later. I hope ChatGPT wins. I never want to win Time Magazine Person of the Year. Horrible thing to share with horrible people. Claude Fire Emblem did not win. It was actually honorary mention to Zell from Final Fantasy VIII, and then Toshiro from from Persona 5 Tactica. I bet you'd love that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, this next award is probably the most prestigious thing I could give. Probably the most prestigious award I could ever give. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for Homer Simpson of the Year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Homer Simpson of the Year is a very competitive category. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted at all. Every year, Homer Simpson comes out as hard as he possibly can, and Homer Simpson always wins Homer Simpson of the Year in some way. Our nominees for Homer Simpson of the Year for 2025 goes to Homer from The Simpsons Arcade Machine, Homer from The Simpsons, Lego Simpson, Lego Homer Simpson, and futuristic 3D Homer Simpson from Treehouse of Horror. I could not find a good a good squareable screenshot from. I could not find it. So I almost used Homer from the PS3 Simpsons game. We actually might play that this year. I think this year is the year we play the PlayStation 3 The Simpsons video game tie-in for the Simpsons movie. I think we'll do that. No, the Simpsons movie got delayed. We'll probably wait. I love how every category managed to baffle me. They're all unpredictable as hell, and that's fucking awesome. Awesome sauce. Well, thank you very much. I have to jingle keys to make sure none of you leave. Please don't. Thank you. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, to present the award for funniest Homer, to present the award for the Homer Simpson of the Year, you know him, you love him, John Chairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, characters can be so important to video games, and without them, we have nothing to attach ourselves onto. And if we don't have anything to attach ourselves onto, then we can't play the video game, because you can't play a video game without a character. And so this character stood out above the rest for being so cool, but it's also very important that I mention this category. We already did Best Character of the Year and also Funniest 15-Year-Old of the Year. So you may be wondering how many category for character there's left. Well, there's really only one kind of special category that you could give a yellow person. That's right. The John Chairs 2025 Golden Chair Award for Best Homer Simpson goes to Lego Homer Simpson from Lego Dimensions. Wait, hold on. He's actually here to accept the award. He's here to accept the Best Homer Simpson Golden Chair Award goes to Lego Homer Simpson from Lego Dimensions. Give a round of applause for Lego Homer Simpson, guys. Do you have anything you want to say to your family? Oh, Marge. Oh, Marge.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much to Lego Homer Simpson from Lego Dimensions. We could not have done it without you. Literally, we could not have done it without you. Oh, Marge. I love when he says that. Awesome. Awesome guy. Family guy. Yeah. Well, I'd say we're about at the halfway point for our for the Golden Chair Awards 2025. Unfortunately, I am physically unable to pad out this with any footage of the Muppets wanting to fuck me, or AAA Unity slop, or most importantly, Israel funding. So unfortunately, we just don't have it. But to commemorate the halfway point of the first annual John Chairs Awards, ladies and gentlemen, a special message. He actually just sent it in. I just got the call. A special message from John Chairs. Ladies and gentlemen, here to present his own special awards, John Chairs. Hey guys, real John Chairs here. I'm here to present the Golden Chair Awards for Best John Chairs Main Channel Video, as well as the Longest John Chairs Video, as well as the Worst John Chairs Video, as well as the Shortest John Chairs Video. This year, 2025, on The John Chairs, we uploaded a total of 2 videos. Those 2 videos got, I believe, less than 1,000 views coupled together, which completely triumphs over 2024 on The John Chairs, which had a measly 3 videos that only garnered over almost 60,000 views. That's pussy numbers. Let's shoot for 5 views total across 7 videos in 2026. That's right, the Golden Chair Award for the best John Chairs video this year goes to The Next Sonic Game Will Be a Masterpiece by The John Chairs. You wouldn't know, you didn't watch it. And the award, and also to present the award for the longest John Chairs video ever. The Golden Chair for the longest John Chairs view ever is my most recent video, the Nintendo Alarmo, 1 year later. I mean the Nintendo Music 1 year later. And then also probably something else. That was the longest video. The Golden Chair Award for the worst John Chairs video goes to The Next Sonic the Hedgehog Game Will Be a Masterpiece by John Chairs. Oh, hey, screw the Academy. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Anyways, this year in 2026, I, The John Chairs, hope to dedicate my channel to nothing but constant AI slop because I'm low-key sick of making YouTube videos already. If I could go back in time and tell my 10-year-old self watching Angry Video Game Nerd and JonTron that being a YouTuber was like this, well, the first thing I tell him is that JonTron is low-key racist. And then the second thing I tell him is to take a hike, kid, and go get a fucking math degree. Anyways, back to you, host. What was that guy's problem? Sheesh. Okay. Well, wow. Oh, Well, thank you to John Chairs for presenting, the best, the worst, and the longest John Chairs video. I guess I forgot about the shortest. I'm also contractually obligated by him to say the next John Chairs video comes out in like 2 weeks. So, wow, what a guy, huh? You know, I think the only thing that can really stand up to that level of negativity, of genuine negativity, would probably have to be one of our more negative categories. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for the worst gameplay of the year. I bet you didn't expect this. The worst gameplay of the year goes to the games that were genuinely so fucking awful that despite playing them start to finish, I wish I didn't. There are some genuine stinkers here, I won't lie. And I will say there's also an incredibly controversial pick here. I think we can all guarantee, I think we all know what the pick is, and I just want to say, fuck it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to having a button to honk the horn. Mario Kart has a button to honk the horn. Respect on that. Respect for that, I will say. The worst gameplay of the year. I guess the nominee. If there was a nominee that didn't make it onto this list, I would probably have to give it to. See, it's incredible that Bully Scholarship wasn't nominated, actually. I think that in of its own right is actually very impressive that it did not get nominated for Worst Gameplay of the Year, despite being an entire Rockstar game on the Wii. It actually, Bully also got snubbed for another nomination that we're going to see later down the line. But it is fairly impressive that it did not make this. Also, I thought it would be really controversial to put Ina's Dream Barbecue on this, considering it's like just a walking simulator. There's no real gameplay in that, I would say. To my knowledge, I don't really remember any gameplay on Dream's Ina Barbecue. Just a lot of exploration, which is fine. Games can be cool and also not be like fucking Civ 5 levels of complicated. SpongeBob Titans of the Tide almost made it here, which is funny because I'm pretty sure Bully was not snubbed. You didn't get nominated for being horrible. If it's more like a puzzle game than anything, it's a walking simulator, to be fair. Because it's just the demo. It's just the demo. It was just the demo. Lego Dimensions, perfect 6-7 out of 10. But I also feel like Chapter 1 had to lay down a lot of the groundwork. Yeah, that's why I'd say time will come for Ina's Dream Barbecue. I will also come to Ina's Dream Barbecue because that shoddy low-key fire. I hope your Crab Iceberg video gets at least 1,000 views. Me too, man. Me too. I could use the ad revenue. This next award goes out to the $60 that's trapped in my YouTube account, because it's not at 50. I think it's at 50. How much money have I made off of YouTube ad revenue total? $62. Ladies and gentlemen, I am $5 away from saying I've made $6-7 off of YouTube ad revenue. That's the kind of shit that makes you quit your job. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, worst gameplay of the year, presented by John Chairs.
Gameplay is really important to a video game, so when it sucks, you really, really feel it. And while we certainly played a lot of good Golden Chair Award earners today, we also played some this year, we also played some real stinkers. This award is dedicated to the video games that were absolutely made with the most common denominator, Unity asset type shit. And I'm proud to give the Golden Chair Award for Worst Gameplay of John Chairs' 2025 to Race with Ryan on the PS4, with an honorable mention to the look the GameStop employee gave me when I bought it. Back to you.
Yeah, that was a hard conversation to have with a cashier. I thought the choo-choo horn would save it. So, let's break that one down a little bit, I would say. Cuz Shaq Fu was boring, but you could lose. Sonic Forces, honestly, if fourth is the best gameplay and first is the worst, it's third. And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze really did not deserve the nomination, but I just felt so petty against it like 5 hours ago when I made this PNG file. Because I just kept remembering how it just didn't play the way I wanted to. And also there was that one level where you were stuck in like an underwater maze, and it really stuck with me. But Race with Ryan, most likely because it was made specifically for children, just letting you basically chat, all due respect, if I can go up and make a sandwich and eat the sandwich while I'm playing your game, your gameplay sucks. It was a racing game that you could go up and make a sandwich with. Level with me. Level with me, chat. Level with me. Okay? Alright? Now, I will say, out of all of these games, Race with Ryan is genuinely the only game I will probably never play again. On stream, that was actually like my second or third replay of Shaq Fu. Sonic Forces, I could actually see myself replaying again just for shits and giggles. But, dude, that game was $4. That game was $4 fucking dollars, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 4 categories left. I think it's time for the one that genuinely involves real people. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees for Best Twitch Collaborator from The John Chairs in 2025. These people are some of the coolest, most talented creative people I have had the pleasure of sharing my screen with. Awful was one of the original people that found John Chairs when we were just starting out playing Persona 3 Fez on the just on stream in my bedroom, and has to this day kept in contact and continued to be a respectable and intelligent man. Minty, on the other hand, is an absolute beacon of kindness, community, and VTuber Discord accent. No offense. Absolute infectious energy from her. One of the most incredible VTubers that we've had the pleasure of being on the same screen with. I somehow saw this segment about collaborators coming. Well, I tweeted about it. Froggy, of course. The John Chairs would not be Froggy, or The John Chairs would not be The John Chairs without Froggy. Of course, who could deny her that purpose? And of course, Hal Cozy. Both of us made YouTube videos about Parappa the Rapper in a very short amount of time next to each other, and because of that, our videos kind of slingshotted off of each other. And Hal Cozy is just such an incredible, consistent, quality channel. He has been making, to the point where I genuinely convinced myself, I don't know, I assume not a lot of you listened to the podcast, but if you watching this have the time, I implore you to go watch the John Hotline. I feel like I only spelled one name right. No, you spelled 2 of them right. Awful is AOFUL. Minty, perfect. Froggy, perfect. And Hal Cozy is not Hell Cozy. It's HALKOZY. I loved that new podcast. Thank you very much. And it was a little funny. I won't lie to you. Because Hal kept referring to it as an interview. And there's like comments on it that are like, hey, this is a great interview. And I was like, it was just kind of a podcast. And I think I just forgot to tell him that, like, it's just a conversation. You can just chill. But he genuinely such an incredible friend to talk to. Favorite YouTube video ever. Genuinely, Mods, can we go over to YouTube and ban Pinky Orange Dog for non-John Chairs diplomacy? Thank you very much. I will say, one person obviously wins this category, but that does not mean that not only is every single nominee here an incredible person and a persevering creative mind in one of the hardest times to be a creative person online, with the wake of artificial intelligence and just the general apathy and, I guess, sadness surrounding the world right now. Everyone here has genuinely tried to make the world a little bit better just by making art. And that is so incredibly admirable. And I look up to every single, not only every single nominee here, but to everyone ever. All of the streamers, all of the YouTubers that I've had the pleasure of talking to or being friends with, or even just watching, all deserve an incredible round of applause and a pat on the back. And that comes straight from the heart. That being said, here is an incredibly over-sarcastic and respectfully apathetic John Chairs to present Best Twitch Collaborator.
The John Chairs streams on Twitch and also on YouTube, but most importantly on Twitch, because the only people that really watch me on YouTube are children or occasionally Filipino guys that really love their wife and Final Fantasy VIII. This category for Best Twitch Collaborator is dedicated to the best person on Twitch that talks to me and also shared their chat with me or just talks to me. The Best Twitch Collaborator of the Golden Chair Award for the Best Twitch Collaborator goes to Froggy with 2 G's and 2 E's _ Twitch. Round of applause to them. This next award is dedicated to Filipino people that love their wives in Final Fantasy VIII.
Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my William Afton-esque appearance. I just killed a few people. I just killed a few kids. Oh, okay, I'm fine. Ladies and gentlemen, here to accept the award for Best Twitch Collaborator, Froggy.Twitch.
My turn.
Twitch.
My turn.
Froggy, what time is it in Thailand right now?
Hi, it's 6:25.
Wow. Wow, incredible. You just won Twitch Collaborator of the Year. You are the first Golden Chair Award winner for Best Twitch Collaborator. How does that make you feel?
Wow. Wow. I
Wow.
feel wow.
You
I
feel
feel
wow.
sleepy. Wait, thank you.
Hey, don't thank me. Thank all of your pardon me. Thank all of your adoring fans in chat right now that voted for you. I don't think a single person voted against you. I think eight people voted you as the best Twitch collaborator.
Well, thank you, Shad. Thank you, Shad. I would vote for you
I have had the pleasure
too.
of knowing. One of the what my best friend, the coolest, most creative person we have gotten the chance to know, and also, frankly, just statistically, the person I have streamed with the most. Not that that's why you won. And again, not that any of the nominees were necessarily not the best. This category did, in all respect, have to go to Froggy, the person that made not only John Chairs, but the most incredible, most talented artist I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Thank you so much, Froggy, for all of your hard work that you've done. Not just paid, but especially all the free little sketches or all the... You make all the thumbnails. I appreciate you for that.
Can I give my speech?
Speech?
For, well, no, I just want to say thank you as well for, for having me. And without you, without Joey, I wouldn't have my own Twitch channel as well. You inspired me and you guided me a lot. So thank you. And thank you, Shad, for adoring me and supporting me as well. Thank you.
We adore and we support you, Froggy. Thank you very much.
I'm sleepy.
And congratulations on being the first person to win. Thank you for being the first person to win Twitch Collaborator of the Year. Much love. Everyone in chat, much love. She did have to go back to sleep, though. So we will see her sometime in the future. A collaboration with Froggy_Twitch is never too far away, especially for the John Chairs. So again, thank you and congratulations to Froggy_Twitch. I can't believe she woke up for that. I can. I'm surprised she did. I'm surprised she picked up on Discord. I was fully expecting to call her on Instagram. I was absolutely ready for it. I was going to do it. With the best collaborator out of the way, again, I want to thank every single person that was nominated and every single person that wasn't nominated. And to all the people that will be nominated next year. Also, I will say this right now, just in case. A lot of you are probably wondering about the best chatter and it was just being bait. The reason it was just bait is because next year, you will all be voting. There will be a genuine John Chairs Golden Chair Award voting committee that everybody in the Discord will be able to participate. And I will personally have everyone in that Discord nominate themselves. So next year, if you think in 2026, if you think you deserve the title for best chatter, then yes, you will have to nominate yourself and then allow the people to vote. And the person that wins will be brought on to accept their award. It's going to be insane. Hopefully it will inspire a lot of you to create and be creative. That's what I hope. I hope a lot of you will be inspired to be creative. That's the most I can ever hope out of John Chairs, to inspire you to be creative and to make stuff. I want to nominate myself for best and worst gameplay. Man, I fucking hate... Every day you wake up, man, I fucking hate this game. That being said, again, thank you all, collaborators. And, even though I've said this many times before, this one actually is kind of my favorite category. So important. We're down to just 4 categories left in the first ever John Chairs Golden Chair Award. I'm so excited to spend this afternoon with you. This game sucks so much, Joey. All right, that's it. Void. Oh. This is so weird. There's no border. I didn't. Anyways, this category is probably the most important category of tonight, aside from Game of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominations for Best Middle... Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Anyways, the Best Middle-Aged Man Award. The nominees for Best Middle-Aged Man. This category goes to the kind of people exactly the kind of people that you'd expect. Middle-aged men. And the nominees are as follows. Lego Tom Cruise from Lego Dimensions. Wario from WarioWare Move It. Olimar from Pikmin, who I really, with Wario and Olimar, I'm just assuming they're middle-aged people. Hey, look, everybody, it's a nominee for the Best Chatter of the Year. And, of course, Goro Majima from Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. The Best Middle-Aged Man title is not something bought, but earned. You need to be crotchety, you need to not be quite old yet, and you need to still physically be old, but still mentally feel young and spry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Best Old Man category after the Wario's actually 20 years old. Menthol cigarettes do a lot to a man. You? Yes, you. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, the Best Middle-Aged Man. And again, I was going to include Toshiro from Persona 5 in this, Persona 5 Tactica, and then I was like, well, he's 30. That is not middle-aged. I tried to find people that were at least in their 50s, which is to say, if Tom Cruise, I don't know how old Tom Cruise is, but I will say that the Lego Tom Cruise is Lego Tom Cruise. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Middle-Aged Man.
Damn, Joey. You did Best Character of the Year, Funniest 15-Year-Old of the Year, and then also the Best Homer Simpson of the Year. Surely the comedic rule of thirds and/or creative limitations have stopped you from making any character-related awards. Or, better yet, why is there no Best Female Character of the Year? That's because it's Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and it's been that every year. Anyways, the Best Middle-Aged Man Golden Chairs Award goes to Lego Tom Cruise from Lego Dimensions, with an honorary mention to Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Be honest. That Scientology money speaks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud to nominate Lego Tom Cruise, although I am very, very impressed at how Wario somehow won over Goro Majima. I assume that's just because, Skelly is not in chat. It's sad to say. The next year's category is going to be least active moderator. Just kidding, I would never do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, was that some kind of pre-recorded video? Is this rigged? John Chairs just presented the award. I'm just Joey. I can't present the award. Could have ended on a tie. Almost ended on a tie. That was incredible. I really didn't expect I expected more for Wari, or I expected more love for Olimar and Goro Majima. So I'm really surprised. That being said, we are down to just two. That is wrong. We are down to just 4 awards left. I assume you did 4 vids for each one. Are you insane? No, I did not. Oh, is that? Yeah. So I think it's important to mention this, but no, the poll has no. I actually only realized myself about like an hour, maybe 10 minutes into the pardon me. I only realized about an hour and 10 minutes into it that the moderators have been putting up polls. Because you're not supposed to. The polls are fine, but I actually wanted people to be able to gamble channel points on the winners. So if you will, allow me this. I will make the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your bad. Sorry. It's no problem at all. It's no problem at all. Don't feel bad about it at all. None of you guys were prepped on that. I will give you some flack. I did ping all of my moderators in my Discord. None of them responded to me. But respect to your time zones, and also respect to the fact that I don't own any of you, so you have no reason to give me your time. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable response. I could not be mad at you if I tried. In fact, thank you, very specifically thank you, Void, for being an incredible moderator and an outstanding addition to the John Chairs community this year. We are very thankful to have you here. That being said, I have started this prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, the next category, as you can see, is the funniest moment. The funniest John Chairs moment of 2025. That's right. Our nominees are me forgetting to download the day 1 patch to SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide because my console was not connected to the internet. The infamous Maid Dress stream of October 2025. Salem Phoenix regaling his tales of his best friend cheating on his baby mama while I was playing Pikmin. And of course, Homer versus the glitched eye of Sauron. Boss fight. I feel like the Maid Dress stream itself wasn't as funny as the unexpected funding of said stream by Ghost Trick Savant. I do miss that. And I will say I apologize for not being funny enough on the Maid Dress stream. I will kill myself. One prevailed. For me specifically, one prevailed. I truly think one prevailed. Yeah, Quagmire guy did not make it. Bully, the glitched soft-locked gym class for Bully. Is the YouTube drama funny? Violently funny. Violently funny, I would say. Not because of what happened to the gentleman. Very specifically, because it happened during Pikmin streams, and also was so out of place for how not that because Phoenix is in the community at this point, and hopefully they're allowed to they can laugh it off at this point. But yeah, the sheer randomness of that happening during Pikmin, happening in the YouTube chat, and the twists and turns of that story, absolutely nuts. With that being said, it is my honor to present the funniest moment of 2025. John Chairs.
John Chairs has a lot of wacky moments. Turns out a white guy sitting on a chair playing old video games can be crazy sometimes. And so this Golden Chair Award is dedicated to the craziest, wackiest moment from 2025. Can you tell me your favorite, wackiest John Chairs moment? Go into the clips section below and pick out your favorite crazy John Chairs moment. However, despite how hard I try to be funny, one moment stood out above the rest of them. That's right. This 2025 Golden Chair Award for Best John Chairs Funniest Moment goes to the Eye of Sauron boss fight from LEGO Dimensions. That was a hoot.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're allowed to have your own favorite John Chairs moment of 2025, but truly for me, nothing is ever as satisfying. Nothing is ever quite as satisfying as unglitching a game and having a hoot while doing it. I would like to dedicate this award. I would like to dedicate this award to incredible community member Cumbo12 and his incredible I don't know what to call it, fan edit, his incredible fan edit of the Eye of Sauron boss fight, genuine deciding factor in the funniest moment of the year. The Quagmire guy obviously could not be he couldn't claim it. It happens, but he couldn't claim it. But I do sincerely appreciate you all when you share your it really does mean the world when you guys tell me what you think is funny. Because a lot of the time it really is just screaming at the dark. And so when you guys reach out, whether it's in the Discord, over chat, even if it's just putting a laughing emoji in the chat, it really does. It does mean a lot. And so it was really nice. It is really nice. The Pyramid Knife Head bit, thank you very much. That was one of the reasons I was sad to say Silent Hill 2 didn't really get any nominations this year. 17 games is incredibly crazy. Oh, look who it is. Oh, Skelly. Welcome in, Skelly. Welcome. I really need to listen to the script reads one day. You really can't, because they're all scrubbed. You missed the vote for Majima. You did. I think this is the one that won, actually. Wait, hold on. Let me double triple check. Ladies and gentlemen, the funniest moment award was, it was 2. Congratulations to those that guessed it correctly. Truly, the honor was all mine. And it is also this award. This one was kind of my This one was kind of my baby. I sometimes it kind of feels like, only I really care about this kind of thing, but it is always nice to have it. Even the one of yours, yes. It was, it wasn't really gameplay. Couldn't really go on YouTube. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to upload that to YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, the award, my personal favorite kind of award, the best one-off stream. Now, as cool as it is to stream the same video game for 30 to 6, however many parts it is, to play it until completion, there is an undeniable fun in just picking a random game from my shelf and letting it go nuts. Thank you to whoever started the prediction, by the way. For me, I would say one-off streams are just the best. We never did find out if Leisure Suit Larry could sit on it. I think out of every game here, 2 of them will be played again on the John chairs. 2 of them will absolutely be played again on the John chairs. Is that Sonic Forces? That game was actually decently fun. Hey man, if you think so, I'm not gonna take that. I'm not taking that away from you. I don't want to take that away from you, son. Sit down, HD. We also did Family Feud, but the Family Feud stream was pretty lame. It was nice to go through the playlist of all the glorious one-offs and super of the playoff and whatever streams. Those were so much fun. And that's why I'm proud to announce the best one-off game of the year with John Chairs.
Sometimes it's really fun to play a game for 300 hours. And then sometimes it really is not. This Golden Chair Award goes to the games we play that we played like once and then put down and probably won't pick up ever again. One-off streams can be magical events that really break up the monotony of the John Chairs, except that John Chairs is not monotonous. It's incredibly entertaining, and if you don't agree with that, please email joeythebellvoiceactor@gmail.com with the subject line, "I think you really, really, really suck," and then send an unflattering frame of my face. Here, anyways, the best one-off category game is prided off on its sense of one-night stand sexual energy, in the sense that these video games are beautiful women, and I am scared of beautiful women, so I low-key tapped that and ran. The Golden Chair Award for John Chairs 2025's Best One-Off Game / Stream of the Year goes to Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry. Is he here? Is Leisure Suit Larry here? Yeah, bring them all in. Bring all the Leisure Suit Larry. Bring them all in. Bring them all in. Yeah, man. Yeah. Leisure Suit Larry, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much.
Let us know if you hashtag claimed it to Leisure Suit Larry box office bust. I'd like to thank Larry and Larry and Larry and Larry and Larry and Larry and all the other Larrys that showed up to accept the award. I only had one, and I'm pretty sure 2 of them died from Crowd Crush. It was an absolute honor to have them here. Also smells. Really smells now because of them. And I will say, we only have, is it true? Do we only have one more left? Ladies and gentlemen, we only have one more nomination, and you can guess what it is. You've waited, first of all, congratulations to me. When I said at the 1 hour mark that was the halfway point, I actually didn't think that. I'm actually genuinely surprised that I managed to stretch this to 2 hours. That is fucking insane. You were the only one that voted for Larry. Let's go. Wait, I want to see. 242 points to fucking Maya. Let's go. Based. Fucking based. Yeah, that'll turn your money inside out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. this. Computer fart?
That was an engine rumbler one. I have another one brewing. Do you want to hear it?
Fart 49 times?
Here comes a serving of 49 farts. Me for a bath fart, or say random.
Stop.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Yeah, thank you. What alcohol by volume is this? 10% by volume? That's nothing.
Oh,
I had a lot of wine today.
just like me.
Had a lot of wine today, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jack. Almost drank the whole goddamn bottle. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're all waiting for it. The Game of the Year 2025 Golden Chair Award. And that's why I'm proud to announce the nominees for Game of the Year 2025. What's this? No. Impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm receiving news of a secret category? Show the feed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Game of the Year may be a positive award, but I'm a hating ass bitch, so there's also going to be a worst game of the year. The worst game of the year, I'm proud to announce, was the game that brought me the most amount of dread, the most amount of unfun, and most likely to my masochistic audience, the most amount of viewing pleasure, of which I have nothing directly to say about it, as technically I'm the one winning because I've monetized it, but in a spiritual sense I am still the one losing. The game of the year, the worst game of the year, is the one that was bad and not the one that was good, because the good one is the one that's the game of the year, but the bad one is the one that's the worst game of the year. And that's why I'm pleased, in a grimacing kind of way, to announce that the Golden Chair Award for the worst game of 2025, you guessed it, Persona 3 FES for the PlayStation 2. That's right, we played it. We technically played it in 2020. We technically were playing it in 2025. That's how we started the year. That's how we're ending the year. Persona 3 FES is the worst game I played this year. I have not, we're going to, so it was bad. It was bad, it was bad. And I didn't like it. And if you like it, then you should feel bad about yourself. It's a complicated moral failing. I would recommend going to your local synagogue, church, mosque, whatever you got to do. Figure yourself out. That was a dismal game. Awful. Bad game. Worst game of the year, Golden Chair Award goes to Persona 3 FES. Thank you very much for watching. Back to you.
Battle, then I'll take it to the street where there's no rules. Take off the gloves, rip, twist it down. Gotta prove my skills, so get down. My lyrical depths to roll battles, not down now. Gotta shoot to kill and shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man's gotta do how it feels. 60, 70, 80, 9, 10. I flip the script to make it to the top 10. Go.
Go.
On the first two, I made a shit, thoughts provoked a new era. Become a bit terror, but my only rival is my shadow. We run the plane back and this my own era. Getting low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay laced. Here's my call, me, Royal Flush, and I'm the ace.
Left field, almost out of nowhere. The worst game of the year 2025, Persona 3 Fez. And if you have a dissenting opinion, jump out of a window. If I had to take that seriously, I've recently thought of buying Persona 3 Reload. Hey, Chad, if you want to see me play Persona 3 Reload, we have a throne. We have a throne account. And I think it's on there. I think looking at the list of nominees I think the worst game of the year, genuinely, I think the worst game of the year would be Astral Chain. The worst game of the year, Astral Chain. Persona 3 Fez will always rear its head in the John Cher stream no matter what. It's a shame. I'm not famous. It should be worst game of 2016. Someone pay for it. So yeah, I would give it to Astral Chain, actually, I think. Because you could physically watch the VODs. We quit it. I gave up Astral Chain because it was boring. And it genuinely just was not fun to play. Genuinely bored me to death. So I think if I had to pick that one, obviously that one was just included as the joke. And also because technically last year on New Year's, I streamed Persona 3. I feel like I'm having a conversation with a digital wall here. There is nothing stopping you from coming over to Twitch if you're interested, Pinky Orange. In fact, I think I know someone who you'd get along with. I wonder if Judah, you still in chat? I watched that first stream and knew you were not lasting the whole game. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, because each VOD is like 2 hours and there's only 3 parts. I was like, wow. I was so not in it. Sometimes I don't actually know if that's true though. Because sometimes I genuinely just don't. I think sometimes yeah, you're here, buddy. I love you, Judah. Hey, Judah, you didn't get to see this because it was a bit, but I nominated you for Chat Member of the Year. You're the best, buddy. Me and I don't have Twitch, by the way. Hey, accounts are free. I don't know what to tell you. The best conversation me and Froggy had, because we were joking about this, is who would you nominate for best chat member of the year? And we both of us were like, yeah, I think Judah. So sorry to everybody else. Why was I nominated for chat member of the year? Why do you think? Because you were an outstanding member of the community. The answer may be the worst Fez gets, but yeah, it's a shame that I joined 2 months ago. Okay. Does a movie that comes out in October not count for a fucking Oscar? Also, John Chairs gets like a total of maybe like 10 new community members at the cost of like 12 community members every year. How do I put a stool next to my name in chat? I need this. Oh, that's the I'm pretty sure that's just the like member icon. Yeah, that's just the badge. Sonic 3 got robbed this year. Yeah, the little stool boys in chat actually are subscriber badges. Not only are they subscriber badges, but they change based off the amount. So if you're a new sub, you get the one with nerd glasses. If you're, I think like 3 to 9 months, or no, 3 to 11 months is 3 to 11 months is the actual like basic stool boy. And then specifically for people like George and Slaw, the year plus sub is the stool boy with glasses, like sunglasses, because he looks cool. I'm stuck with the first sub badge. I think that's just because you just haven't like continuously subbed for 3 months, unless you have. And I please accept my apologies if I don't recall that. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have it. That's because you have a lot of badges. You have other badges. You have VIP badge, a founder 22-month subscriber badge, as well as a current Hype Train conductor badge. Lesson learned: never watch a John Chair stream on YouTube and instead on Twitch. I mean, unfortunately, it's just like you would think that people on my YouTube channel would be more. Oh, wonderful! He stares in 23 months. I was about to say. Oh man. My bad. Hey, that's why I said accept my sincere. It's the wine. Don't blame me. Blame the wine. That was probably, God, I wish there was a nominee. I wish there was a category for biggest dick flop on the table moment. I'm kind of happy I haven't played Astral Chain. I was thinking about it too, Sob. I'm gonna blame you. Ah, phooey. But yeah, no, I'm a little sad that the YouTube channel, not a lot of people show up on the YouTube channel ever. Which is funny because my Twitch has 286 followers, and my YouTube channel, The John Shares, the main channel, not even the live channel. I put this specifically on the John Shares main channel, because I wanted to see if that would get literally any person, any of my subscribers, any of them, to watch this. I was not successful, if you're wondering, chat. And unfortunately, that did cause a less than ideal viewing experience for Pinky Orange Dog, which sucks, and I'm so sorry about that. YouTube as a streaming platform is meh. Yeah. Also, I won't lie to you. I'm monetized on that YouTube channel, so sometimes I do want to have like cooler one-offs on that channel so I can get like 5 extra cents in ad revenue. You'll have to forgive me. But I basically carry the chat here on my shoulders. And you know what? You get a badge for that. You get a badge for that, Pinky. You do. You genuinely do. That being said, here it is. The big one, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado. OMG, 5 shillings extra. Dude, I need money. I'm in college. YouTube chat, we love you. We love you, Filipino people. Ladies and gentlemen, the game of the year. That's right. The game of the year brought to you by The John Chairs. It's been there. Where's Super Sponge? Super Sponge was not played this year. Or Pikmin 2? Pikmin 2 was not one of my favorite games of this year. No offense. Astro Boy for sure. Astro Boy the movie, yes. I think you meant Astrobot. So ladies and gentlemen, these games were pretty awesome. I won't lie to you. I had fun with every single one of these. And it was it was really hard to like narrow them down. Genuinely, which is so funny because like one of these games is so clearly not like the others. Again, Astrobot isn't here. Astrobot was not played in 2025. These are yearly awards, and the nominees are only games that Joey LaBelle has played in 2025 on the John Chairs. Damn, Ghost Trick won over Deltarune in the bets. Has there already been bets? Did we already do the bets? That was in 2024. Astrobot was 2024's game of the year. It came out in like September of 2024. It did. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, and also because I can't really keep track of the bet. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Game of the Year brought to you by The John Chairs. Take it away.
That's right. To culminate the end of the year of John Chairs in 2025, there's no better way to celebrate than by acknowledging the best video game we played by far this year. We played so many games this year, from Donkey Kong Country Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Deltarune twice, like 3 times actually at one point, I believe. Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective, absolute classics like Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, and also Bully and a Spider-Man game. And the best of those games are The Best of Us. And that's why I'm proud to announce the winner for 2025's Golden Chair Award for Game of the Year goes to Fire Emblem Three Houses as the John Chairs 2025 Streaming Game of the Year. Thank you all very much for a fantastic year of the John Chairs, and I look forward to what games we play in 2026. Back to you.
Bye-bye to the fucking 11,000 channel points that were just spent on everything other than Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. This is my mod. Do I even have better? That's it, bro. You're going to the gulag. Hold on now. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm not putting on those. Do I even? Oh, I do actually. I have them right here. I can put them on. All right. Where do we start? Kind of look like a Labubu. Where do I start with this? Oh yeah. What just? Hold on. What happened? Sorry, I lost track. Everybody went a little crazy real fast. Computer. Fart.
That was a muffled one. Try asking me for a silent fart. Or say random.
Fart 25 times.
Here comes a serving of 25
Nice belch,
farts.
thank you. My 5K. To address the biggest elephant in the room, Deltarune. Deltarune was an incredible game this year. However, it is fundamentally unfinished. As much as I love Deltarune, and I believe in years' time,
Short and gassy one. Try asking me for an angry fart. Or say random.
shut up.
Okay.
For more fun, try saying enable mini games.
There we go. See you in 10 years until it's finished. Yeah, so enable mini games for more fun. Best all-time line. Fundamentally, Deltarune, as much as I love it, is 4 chapters. One of which, pretty okay. The second one, pretty awesome. Third one, incredible. Fourth one, fantastic, right? But it's not done. It ain't done. And I think a fuller view of where Deltarune goes is more appropriate. Because either I put all of Deltarune or I just put the chapters. And then at that point, you know, I'm basically just weighing chapters 3 and 4 against everything else. And like, full respect, I liked chapters 3 and 4, not as a complete game. The Enable Mini Games guy wins my Game of the Year. He's actually the middle-aged man of the year. He's actually the hidden nominee for Game of the Year. So Deltarune, unfortunately, I just can't give it the Game of the Year because it wasn't a full game yet. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was not a favorite of mine. Just not.
I did not enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I have a lot of nostalgia for Ghost Trick. It is one of my favorite casts of all time. It is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. It has an incredibly innovative... You know, the worst part is that I think I actually predicted in my head that you'd give it to Fire Emblem. I think we had a conversation about it that I actually really liked Fire Emblem. And I asked you if there were any games like it or something. But, probably, I guess you choose the board, cast. Bump, 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 dump, 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 bump, bump, dump, dump, bump, 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 dump, bump, boom, bap, ba, doom, doop, doop. I really want to look at this again. I want to read all of this. We'll get to it in a second. Don't worry, by the way. We'll get to exactly what you think we're going to get to in a second. That Team Ghost Trick is going to get that payout for sure. Rigged. Boo. Whoa. What? Huh? My favorite video game, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Or my favorite video game, Donkey Kong Country Freeze. Well, don't I look foolish. Fire Emblem 3 Houses? Huh? Lamau? Chat, point and laugh. No! Excuse ya? My 5K! Bastard! I was fully expecting Deltarune. 3 houses? You for real? What do you mean? You fucker! No way. Rigged. Are you fucking kidding me? Joey! Game of the year. Explain yourself. I threw away all of my points. Come on. 11K? You mean 16K. 3 houses I heard was alright. Yeah, that's it. You're going to the gulag. That was funny. Okay, I'm leaving. Hi. You better play Mr. Farts. Ghost Trick was cool. Nice belch. I didn't bet anything, but I would have guessed 3 houses. I will say. What even were the other nominees? If it's not obvious, I don't know how obvious it is, but I picked the winners and then just kind of retroactively picked the nominees like a few hours ago. Yeah. Lego Dimensions, love it. It's a Lego game. Very shallow in the end. Very interesting, but obviously not enough. The story and like the soy jacking of it all does not make an incredible game. Ghost Trick, again, incredible, all the things I said it was. But at the end of the day, it didn't have what Fire Emblem had. Fire Emblem genuinely was so entertaining to me in a way that I just don't think I can put to words. Because out of every game in this list, right? Here's the thing. Out of every game here, besides Fire Emblem, I visibly, vocally, and at some point beforehand mentioned loving these games. I have talked about loving Deltarune before. I've talked about loving Lego Dimensions before. I've talked about loving Ghost Trick before. All of these games, except for Fire Emblem 3 Houses, of which I have actively hated on for years. And then when it actually came time to play it with an open mind, I found myself genuinely enjoying and going back to play it again on hard mode. I really enjoyed the tactic gameplay, and that's saying something because I played 2 tactics games this year, and one of them was just okay. Persona was just okay. And you can tell a game where I clearly don't fuck with the story based off how much I skipped. And I did not skip a lot. House to the Power of 3. Genuinely, have you played any of the other FE games? Nope. Need this guy to hop on that Final Fantasy Tactics pill for real. Yeah, I would love to. But what I'm saying is, it was an unprecedented good time. And I really, really, really enjoyed it, start to finish. There was the siege that I did in like 3 turns flat. Raph, all the interactions we had with everybody, so much fun. Chat, I want you to go look how much a copy of Fire Emblem Awakening is, and then ask me if you want me to play it, because it will be a tip goal, and nobody will fund it. You know what this stream is brought to you by? This stream is brought to you by the John Chairs. Oh, I guess it's not the John Chairs Legos anymore. I changed the tip goal from John Chairs Legos to transfer the GameCube Pokemon because no one was doing the Legos thing, and I felt bad. Mr. Chairs, I swear to God, one of these days I will just gift you a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. If you like Three Houses for the story, you're possibly gonna love Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not about MSRP. It's not too expensive. It's about MSRP, not too expensive. Oh, Awakening on the 3DS. Sorry, I'm thinking of like the game with Ike. Can you play Earthbound though? How about that for a pricey game? Honestly, I could. I can't because I don't have a console to play it on. Chat, if you want me to play Fire Emblem Awakening, I won't lie to you. I actually want to play Fire Emblem Awakening too. But the tip goals speak for themselves. I am trying to fund a Nintendo 3DS and the equipment to mod it so that it has a capture card so we can stream 3DS games. But I can only do it with your support. That simple. Get the NES Switch Online? I don't want to. How much would that be? The cost of a 3DS and the cost of modding it. So somewhere around like $500. That's split between like 2 to 3 tip goals. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, reminder that I don't really emulate games. Well, it costs like, I don't know. It's like 200, and it was like $20 a year, right? Yeah, and I probably use it once every 5 years. Oh, I want to talk about this really quickly. I want to take the opportunity to say, my friend. Actually, I want to reveal something very embarrassing to all of you. I spilt the wine. I spilt the wine. I put it down. I put the wine down on the TV stand, and then I accidentally knocked it over when I went to like stand up and go do something. So I've just been staring at like wine knocked over on the TV stand because I was too embarrassed to go like downstairs and clean it up. I was just gonna do it after stream, but I'd rather do it now. So I'm just gonna let you guys talk amongst yourself. I have another thing that we're gonna probably do tonight, just for a little like shits and giggles. Because again, this is like my second, third or whatever most viewed stream tonight. So I want to take this as an opportunity to try and experiment. We'll see how well that goes. I'm gonna go grab paper towels and some cleaning juice. Hope I didn't break anything. Yeah, I'm not hiding this. Mind you, chat. Oh my god. How do we get a first time chat
How do we get a first time chat when I'm out of frame at the end of the stream? Hey Lois. Hi, Pieces of Candy. Thank you so much for the first chat. I'm so sorry that we missed you today. But if you're even still in chat, wait, there's a stream after the awards? I need to go home soon. Yeah, no, I'm keeping you guys here forever. How do I clean this up? Genuinely, how do I clean this up? I got like wine on my GameCube. Dude. I got wine on the Labubu bag. Oh no. I actually water damaged some of my games. Piece of cake. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I feel like there's a bigger elephant in the room. Well, at least Pikmin 1 and 2 will always smell like red wine. Let's see what else the casualties hit. Oh no, there was a stack of games here, man. Oh. Fortunately, it looks like Pokemon Violet lived. Have to test that later. Ooh, Sonic Forces got hit. Ooh. Sonic Forces got hit. What do I do? Do I just like leave it out, you think? I'm gonna let these I'll figure out how to air dry these puppies. I do want to say I like directly knocked it. Might want to let the inserts dry out. Yeah, very much so. Sorry, have you been watching the entire night? Anything you want to tell us about yourself, Pieces of Candy? Hey, I'm all ears. I'm a social guy. As long as the cartridges survive, yeah, although I will say it is a very tragic cosmetic damage to take. Water damage does always hurt the pride a little bit. Oh, that's tragic. My childhood copy of Little Big Planet suffered a little bit of damage. Lol, I just came through. Alright, chat. I will gladly allow us to rewatch one pre-recorded segment from the Game Award, from the John Shares Golden Share Award for Pieces of Candy. Does anybody have anything specifically that they would like to rewatch? I feel like I have an idea, but I don't know if it's a good one. Let's see. Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, tragically, Spy Hunter for the PS2 completely survived. Completely fine. You know, whatever. Wow, how did it soak through so fast? Well, probably because I knocked it over 2 hours ago. And it didn't look like it hit the games, so I didn't want to ruin my fun. I don't want to embarrass myself. Super Sponge is also perfectly okay. Chad, this is a lesson why you put your fucking games back on the shelf when you're done with them. Ouch. Oh, tragic fit of irony, it looks like We Fit got a little soaked. I missed when I was nominated, so we can rewatch that. All the nominee pictures actually got deleted, so I can't redo the nominee ones. I don't feel like it, but I can do the pre-recorded ones. Let me do a pre-recorded one for you right now. Let's do best one-off.
Sometimes it's really fun to play a game for 300 hours. And then sometimes it really is not. This Golden Chair Award goes to the games we play that we played like once and then put down and probably won't pick up ever again. One-off streams can be magical events that really break up the monotony of the John Chairs, except that John Chairs is not monotonous. It's incredibly entertaining, and if you don't agree with that, please email joeythebellvoiceactor@gmail.com with the subject line, "I think you really, really, really suck," and then send an unflattering frame of my face. Here, anyways, the best one-off category game is prided off on its sense of one night stand sexual energy, in the sense that these video games are beautiful women, and I am scared of beautiful women, so I low-key tapped that and ran. The Golden Chair Award for John Chair's 2025's Best One-Off Game / Stream of the Year goes to Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry. Is he here? Is Leisure Suit Larry here? Yeah, bring them all in. Bring all the Leisure Suit Larry. Bring them all in. Bring them all in. Yeah, man. Yeah. Leisure Suit Larry, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much.
Hi, Minty. Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't know how your wires got crossed like that, but it actually started at 5 o'clock today. The award show's actually over. We did everything. You were an incredible nominee. Unfortunately, for you, unfortunately, the best nominee, or not the best nominee, but the best Twitch collaborator went to Froggy Twitch, with an outstanding 8 votes. But it was an honor to be your friend this year. It was an honor to meet you, and I look forward to doing more things with you next year. I'm cleaning up red wine that I spilled. I think the biggest, most luckiest thing that could come from this is that I actually somehow didn't damage any of the electronics. I'm out, guys. Have a great rest of your stream, y'all. You take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Pinky Orange Dog. Hopefully there's a Twitch chat next time. Congratulations, Froggy, and thank you for the nomination and for being my friend. Incredible people. Chat, there's incredible people on the internet. I promise. I'm like trying to clean. The GameCube was the one that was hit the most with red wine, unfortunately. Fortunately, it really didn't look like it's taking much damage. Yeah, I really think the GameCube took the brunt of most of this. Doesn't look like I got any red wine on my computer either. Nope. A lot of dust though. All right, let me play another one. Which other one was my favorite? Oh, this was a good one.
Well, sometimes to be the best character of 2025, you need to also be very inclusive. The John Chairs heavily supports diversity, equity, and inclusion. And in this case, we made a special award specifically for the funniest 15-year-old of John Chairs' 2025. This category goes to the funniest teenager that made us laugh, made us cry, and was all around a family guy. I'm proud to present the 2025 Golden Chair Award for Funniest 15-Year-Old to Jimmy Hopkins from Bully Scholarship Edition on the Nintendo Wii. Come on up, Jimmy. Oh, hey, whoa, hey, Jimmy. How you doing? Thank you. Take your award. We sent it to you in the mail. Thank you very much for your hard work. Keep punching those kids. Good job, buddy. Thank you. Hey. All right, yeah, bye. Back to you.
The funniest minor, despite being a stroke of comedic genius, has nothing to do with the video game. And unironically, that was such... Joey, your family is so tolerant. Well, not to pull back the curtain a little bit, but no, actually they're not. I like despise filming around my family. I did all of that while... Actually, in the funniest minor one, you could actually hear the garage door opening. Because of my mom coming home. And so I tried to shuffle it around a little bit using some movie magic so you couldn't tell. But it's very clear the ones I filmed after my parents came home and I didn't feel comfortable enough to film out in the hallway and do the whole shtick. And the ones before anyone was in my house and I felt comfortable to do, do you know where that is in my house? Just the hallway right outside. The joke about me like walking out from that hallway in the intro, yeah, that's me walking out of the game room. That would have been a good bit if I thought of that, but I don't think I know how to do that on a stream. But yeah. So this entire thing was something I thought of yesterday morning, and I thought I could pull it off the night of. And to be fair, I probably could have. If I did it at like 9 p.m. that night. Yeah, honestly, I really could have. But I didn't, And because of that, I got to spend New Year's with a close friend. And I got to get, you guys got to have your own New Year's. The funniest 15-year category is actually really funny because once I thought of the nominees, I was like, actually, this is kind of a funny idea. Futaba, Jimmy Hopkins, Ryan from Ryan Toy Review. And who was the other one? Who was the other minor that I thought of? Does anyone remember? Chair words are so cool. It's so awesome that you put so much together so quickly. Oh, Minty, that's so sweet of you to say. Hopefully somebody clipped the part. I mean, it's a YouTube video, so you could honestly just go to the YouTube video at the end. But I hope somebody clipped the nominations, the nomination for the best Twitch collaborator, because I truly said some things that I really mean from the heart for all of us, for all the community. I think another one I'll play again. Oh, this one's a classic.
Ladies and gentlemen, characters can be so important to video games, and without them, we have nothing to attach ourselves onto. And if we don't have anything to attach ourselves onto, then we can't play the video game because you can't play a video game without a character. And so this character stood out above the rest for being so cool, but it's also very important that I mention this category. We already did Best Character of the Year and also Funniest 15-Year-Old of the Year. So you may be wondering how many category for character there's left. Well, there's really only one kind of special category that you could give a yellow person. That's right. The John Chair's 2025 Golden Chair Award for Best Homer Simpson goes to Lego Homer Simpson from Lego Dimensions. Wait, hold on. He's actually here to accept the award. He's actually here, guys. He's here to accept the best Homer Simpson Golden Chair Award goes to Lego Homer Simpson from Lego Dimensions. Give a round of applause for Lego Homer Simpson, guys. Do you have anything you want to say to your family? Oh, Marge. Oh, Marge.
I do want to mention while we're doing arguably one of my favorite things in the world to do, behind the scenes. I could not. The reason that Homer, Eye of Sauron won, I wasn't kidding. But first of all, again, community member Cumbo. It was so heartwarming to come home from working like a 9-hour, like 9 or 7-hour whatever shift it was, doing a fucking seafood festival for my mom's employer's, like husband's food service company or whatever, on my feet all day. And I got an email from Cumbo who was like, "Hey man, can I get you to film something for me?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." That was such a kind, like when you guys make fan art, when you guys make fan edits, when you guys just leave clips, when you guys just leave chat comments or whatever, it really does mean the world. And so again, thank you, Cumbo. As much as you making that effort and then allowing me to put that on the YouTube channel was so nice. It was also the only reason I remembered it. I genuinely spent the entire New Year's Day thinking, what else happened? I can't remember anything. So the maid dress, the Pikmin 2, pardon me, the Pikmin 2 guy that cheated on his wife or whatever. I literally already forgot the third thing I said. Literally. So it actually took me a really long time to just remember what happened this year. So hopefully next year I can let you guys nominate and then vote for that yourself. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking at the wall and I'm realizing just how much wine splashed onto the wall. So we're gonna end here. But before we do, I just want to clean up a little extra bit more. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Also, I'll just announce this here while I have the most amount of viewers I will ever have for the next like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, frankly ever, until I do another big event like this. Not that I shame any of you for not watching like me play Pokemon as opposed to me doing like an entire like high mid-effort award show thing, right? I have been cast in an indie animated pilot series. That is the big announcement that I have made, or that's the big announcement that I have been holding on to for a few months. This is my announcement to it here. You will have more information later on, but you can expect to hear my voice in an actual independent piece of animation at some point in the future. I have been cast. I did the audition. I was given the audition, and I did in fact get the audition. It was a few months ago. I was keeping it to the chest because I wanted to be able to just kind of be like, surprise. But I'm gonna tell you guys now, and then years plural from now, we're all just gonna sit back here, and I'm gonna play something for you guys. And I'm gonna be like, oh, that guy sounds familiar, and you guys are just not gonna know. I want to thank you all very much for the support. And unfortunately, I also want to thank TikTok, because TikTok has unfortunately gotten me now 2 emails about voice acting work. And I want to like that. It's just hard to. Because Great job, the voice actor with a role. Yes, I know. I almost don't want to change. I linked myself in a Discord once as somebody that they hired, like as someone that like got me as a voice actor, and like obviously my channel bio was like the voice actor with no roles, and I posted that completely forgetting that, and I was like, ooh, embarrassing. You're really being a voice actor now. I am just a voice actor, period, actually. Because I have done that. Thank you, Spanton T. Spampton, for all your support in getting Joey. Yeah, unfortunately, thank you to Spampton T. Literally, Spampton T. Spampton, and is the reason that student reached out to me for their 3D animated student film. Tiny Tyler, community member. That was them. They found me on TikTok. And then another person hit me up. Ironically, I don't think I'll announce that one yet. Unfortunately, there was something I signed an NDA for, and then I never got back to them I never got back to them with audition. I never got back to them with an audition because I got sick, and I got throat sick. I got like Robert F. Kennedy sick. Unfortunately. I would say even now, like I woke up this morning like I had to drink a lot of water in Dayquil to get normal. I made only the John Cher's photo shoot, but for Eel, I've gotten at least 2 voice acting things from TikTok, unfortunately. But all this time I keep wasting. I've been meaning to download it. Or I guess just open Steam. I think I want this to be my next big experiment. I hope it'll work. I think it'll work. I wanna try to do this. We're gonna open it today. I wrote a message 10 minutes ago and mobile didn't send it. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I know what happened. Oh no. I don't know if the stream is bugging out for anyone else. But I just clicked download on something and then immediately in real time watched my stream buffer on the other TV. I guess while I have people here, I'll let's replay this one. Worst of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, the game of the year may be a positive award, but I'm a hating ass bitch, so there's also going to be a worst game of the year. The worst game of the year, I'm proud to announce, was the game that brought me the most amount of dread, the most amount of unfun, and most likely to my masochistic audience, the most amount of viewing pleasure, of which I have nothing directly to say about it, as technically I'm the one winning because I've monetized it. But in a spiritual sense, I am still the one losing. The game of the year, the worst game of the year, is the one that was bad and not the one that was good, because the good one is the one that's the game of the year, but the bad one is the one that's the worst game of the year. And that's why I'm pleased, in a grimacing kind of way, to announce that the Golden Chair Award for the worst game of 2025, you guessed it, Persona 3 Fez. For the PlayStation 2. That's right, we played it. We technically played it in 2020. We technically were playing it in 2025. That's how we started the year. That's how we're ending the year. Persona 3 Fez is the worst game I played this year. I have not, so it was bad. It was bad, it was bad. And I didn't like it. And if you like it, then you should feel bad about yourself. It's a complicated moral failing. I would recommend going to your local synagogue, church, mosque, whatever you gotta do. Figure yourself out. That was a dismal game. Awful. Bad game. Worst game of the year, Golden Chair Award goes to Persona 3 Fez. Thank you very much for watching. Back to you. Yeah, that was fun to shoot. That was another one I did last minute. On a related note, happy 30th anniversary Persona. Yay! Hey, Hal Cozy, welcome back. Thank you very much for an incredible 2025. It was a absolute honor to have you here. And I hopefully look forward to more collaborations in the future. So it downloaded. It did download. I do not know how we're going to do this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to work this as an actual stream. But I just want to, like, pop this in really quickly, and we'll go from there. I think that actually might be what I do end up doing. But basically, here I have this. Pardon me. I do have this. There we go. Yeah, boom. So my friend actually got me, for Christmas, my friend actually gifted me a copy of Eternity Egg on Steam. And it actually is something I was looking... It was on my radar. And I was looking... I wasn't going to end up playing it because... Dude, I was just fucking gonna mention Eternity Egg. I am the entertainer of your dreams. Pardon me. What is Eternity Egg? I don't know. I just know it looks cool. So we're gonna play this for a little bit, and then we will most certainly end up playing this on stream at some point next month. Pardon me. This month is January. We will be playing it at some point this month. Depending on how long it is. I don't know how long it is. But it caught my eye, and it's a good example of... You can see my mouse. That character design is fucking awesome. Full stop. Chat, when I tell you to go make whatever project you want to make, this is what I mean. Everlasting Jock Towers. Also, it's great we got the game after the big patch. There were quite a few issues for the first couple days. I fundamentally believe that that's a... You see how fucking pink I am right now? You see how fucking pink I look right now? I didn't think it would get that loud. My fault. This is fucking nuts, whatever's happening. Weakest Kirby boss. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. Low genuinely, Idiot's Domain. Doesn't seem to have a double jump. Oh, strafing. Why does it look like I'm doing the fucking die-lit pose? Don't call my room that. Ha ha ha, you freed me. Oh, hey, wait. Wait, I just got something. You have to equip some stuff in your inventory, by the way. Hold on, wait. Whoa, what? Boing, boing. That sounds fucking hard. Fool Scepter. A strange orb that fell from the sky. It takes the form of an ornate staff. Broken Orb Tech Egg Kit. A broken Exogenesis Grenade Kit. Maybe someone could fix it. Idiot's Cap. Old cap. Only a fool would wear. Am I not wearing it? Oh, thank God. Whole menu looks like candy. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. Not really sure what any of that does right now. Engine determines mech speed, acceleration, and fuel efficiency. Whoa. Uh-oh. Yeah, I want it this much. No, I don't. I'm kidding. I promise. Please don't hurt me. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Well, that's what the quit button does. Sorry, I thought that got me out of the menu. But don't worry, because we will be playing Eternity Egg very soon on the John Chairs. I'm gonna test to make sure that my Pokemon Violet cart works. I'm also gonna get around to cleaning up. But while I have you lovely, lovely people here, bump, 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 boom, 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 I'm gonna send you all off to a VTuber friend. I want you all to have an amazing, amazing rest of your night, day, whatever time it is for you. Probably night. I know we're ending a bit early at 8 p.m. But thank you all so much. I am nothing without my community, and you all are a genuine motivation for making. And it is my absolute honor to be able to make something and think, I think, I think Cooper would find this funny. Or throw in a joke where I'm like, yeah, it'd be funny to, shout out a combo like this. Or, they'd remember this. They'd remember that. It is my honor to do something like that. Really. And so this was absolutely just kind of a last minute thing that I did. Completely unseriously. Hopefully we can do it more seriously next year. Because this was really fun, and this could also be another really fun way to kind of get the community out. To those that donate, thank you so much. Slaw, thank you so much for the gift subs. Thank you to everybody that donated last year. Thank you to everybody that gifted a sub or subscribed on Twitch this year, or last year, pardon me. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody that found me in a category for a game that I'm not playing anymore and most likely will not play again. And thank you for sticking around, because that is the only way I get followers. To the people that know me on YouTube and migrated from Twitch, I can't thank you enough. And most especially, thank you to the people that have genuinely been here since day one. And also to the fucking scary ass people that follow me for more than like 8 months and somehow only have their first chat in times like this. I'm not honestly, in all honesty, not just calling out Piece of Candy. That happened twice this year. Or actually, no, that happened once last year. Now it happened once this year. Hopefully, 2026 can be the year of people that have apparently been watching me and lurking. Type in chat once year. Those are called lurkers, Joey. I don't know they're here, and I can't tailor my content to them otherwise. Okay? I'm not a streamer. I'm just a YouTuber. But, thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my incredible moderator team. Skelly, Void. I know I found you by chance, and I can't thank you enough. Can't explain how much I appreciate you being such a great person. That means the world coming from you. Thank you, truly. Please forgive me for fidgeting with my Labubu while I'm talking. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's the red wine. I'm going to pull a few cabinets back now and start cleaning again. But this 2026, I hope we get to 400 this year. I think that's my goal, to get to 400. I don't have a goal with YouTube anymore. I'm just doing it because I love it. It's important that all of you know, just in case, I tried to make a very important distinction between me and John Chairs tonight as a joke, so that you understand that when I, me in the bathrobe, it was just me playing up a character, and not necessarily my real feelings. What about the cigarettes? Unfortunately, Skelly doesn't smoke, so she only really goes out to drink milk. Have an amazing rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll probably play Eternity Egg while I do my wisdom teeth surgery. Yeah, I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out again, the other half, on the 6th. So I'll see you all in 5 fucking days for that. Until then, if you're 18 or older, don't be afraid to join the Discord. It is a very LGBTQ safe space as well. In case that matters, I'm a very LGBTQ safe space creator. Trans rights. I low-key live or die on trans rights. That I'm not even kidding. I'd live or die on the trans rights issue. It's dead ass. Trans rights or kill yourself. There's no middle ground on that. Either way, have an amazing rest of your night. We're gonna raid into someone you guys probably haven't seen before. It's Von Ria. They are a friend of Froggy and Mara. And don't be afraid to give a big shout out to Froggy and me as well. Have an amazing rest of your night, friends. Please, 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 please. Take care. Ba ba da ba 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 ba.